This is the legal standard. But first, understand not every order you disagree with is unlawful. You don't get to refuse orders just because you don't like them. An unlawful order is one that clearly violates the Constitution, clearly violates federal law, requires you to commit a crime, violates the laws of war. The standard is whether a reasonable person would recognize the order as unlawful. Some examples of clearly unlawful orders: fire on peaceful protesters, detain American citizens without charges or due process, seize voting machines or interfere with elections, conduct warrantless searches of civilians, use torture or cruel treatment, target civilians in military operations, suppress free speech or press freedom. These are clearly unlawful. Service members must refuse them. Examples of lawful orders, even if unpopular: deploy to the border to provide support, not law enforcement support. Provide humanitarian assistance during disasters. Protect federal property during riots. Enforce court orders, like school desegregation. These are lawful uses of the military, even if controversial. There are some gray areas. Some orders aren't clearly lawful or unlawful. They're ambiguous. What then? Military doctrine says: 1. Ask for clarification. 2. Seek guidance from your chain of command. 3. Consult with the JAG, the military lawyers. 4. Document everything. 5. If it's still unclear and potentially unlawful, refuse and request investigation. There are risks of refusing. Let's be honest. Refusing orders carries consequences. You could face court-martial, discharge, imprisonment, end of your career, social and professional ostracism. That's why this takes courage. That's why we honor people like Hugh Thompson. But here's the thing. Following unlawful orders has consequences too. You could be prosecuted for war crimes, face civilian criminal charges, carry the moral weight forever, destroy your own integrity. Remember, quote, following orders, unquote, is not a defense. What support exists? Service members who refuse unlawful orders aren't alone. There are military defense attorneys, JAG, veterans advocacy organizations, civil liberties groups, congressional oversight, whistleblower protections, though imperfect, organizations like the Military Law Task Force, Veterans for Peace, and others provide support. For senior officers, senior military leaders have additional obligations. They advise civilian leaders when orders would be unlawful, protect subordinates from unlawful orders, speak out when military is misused, resign if necessary rather than implement unconstitutional policies. Resignation isn't quitting. Sometimes it's the most powerful statement a military leader can make.